Hey, hello everyone and welcome in a new video. In this video, I'd like to show you how to be more efficient with the Kubernetes CLI. This is really important in your professional practices. And for example, if you want to pass some certifications about Kubernetes, this is really important to be more efficient during the exams. So let's go. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to not miss the next video. You can like this video and comment this one. Let's go. What we'll see today, we want in the first step, we want to install the auto-completion about the kubectl CLI. And after that, we add some aliases in our bashrc file. For example, the K key is really important. For example, if you want to pass the CKA, you can just set it at the beginning of the exam. This is really important to do it and useful. After that, we'll just install kubens and kubectx script to ensure that we are efficient when we want to switch our context or our namespace. And in the final step, we just install a TUI for Kubernetes. So this is K9's TUI. So after that, let's go. We want, the first thing that we want to do, we have a Kubernetes cluster, of course, and we want to set the auto-completion. To ensure that we can have auto-completion with our bash, we need to be sure that we already installed the bash-completion package. So this is already done, okay. And after that, we want to add one line into our bashrc, so to add the kubectl completion bash, so like here. But to be sure, if we just after that we'll add an alias based on K key for the kubectl, and to ensure to keep the auto-completion with the K, we need to just add another line for the complete-f and start kubectl with the K key, just like here in the bashrc. And after that, we can source, of course, our bashrc here to be sure that our auto-completion works. So to be sure, we just use a tabulation key like here, and of course we have some arguments, so it works. And the auto-completion covers the Kubernetes resources. So if you want, you can tab on the pod name or stuff like that. Okay, after that, we want to add some aliases. For example, to add an alias in bash, this is really easy to do it. You can use, for example, the K and set here that we want to use the K key to replace kubectl, like here. And now we can just use kubectl get pod, for example, and it works, or kubectl get nodes, like here. Okay, so this is already installed into our bashrc, because if we just check how we install our cluster, like here in the same directory, we have an installed underscore key.sh, and if we check what we did into this script, we can just check we have already set some alias about Kubernetes for the K for kubectl, or kget kubectl get for kj, like here. And if you just use it, like here, kget, for example, pod, it works, or kget nodes, it works. But for the kget pod, we have another alias for the kget pod, because we use it really often. And after to check which command we can use. We can, for example, check our aliases like here, and we have a dedicated alias for the kubectl get pod. So this is KGP, like here, KGP. We have a kubectl get pod like here. So that's it for the for aliases. And after that, what we want to do, we want to set a dedicated prompt for Kubernetes, because we want to add just, for example, just after, before or after the semicolon here, the colons here, you can, for example, add the kube context and the Kubernetes namespace here. To do that, this is really easy to do it. You can just, for example, download this file. And this file is a dedicated file with a script. I think it's a bash script, where you can install the kube-ps1 script. After that, we can enter the script with tar x vf like here, and the v0.9.0, and after that we want to push this script into our path. So to do it, we can use sudo cp and the location of our script, and we want to push it into usr local bin, okay, like here. And after that, we just set it as executable, like here, plus x into usr local bin, and the name of our script is kube-ps1, like here. And the final step to add it, we just want to edit the bashrc file, so like here. And in the first step, we want to source usr local bin and our script. So this is kube-ps1.sh, like here. And after that, we can edit our prompt. So I check where is our prompt. It's here, and in the, for example, just before the $, for example, here or here, we can add $ parentheses, this here, and kube underscore, not dash, underscore ps1, and with that it's okay, I think. And now we can source our bashrc file, like here, and now we have our ps1. So we know now we are in the default namespace. And if we just use not now, just after to install kubens and kubectx, we can check it. And to do that, we need to install, for example, kubenes. So to install it, it's really easy. We use the curl command and we download only the kubenes script, and we want to push it into our path in usr local bin again, and we want to set it as executable, just like here. And we can do it, okay. And after that, the same thing with kubectx, like here. And now we can set or check if we already did that. If we check alias here, so in our aliases we have already kx, sorry, for kubectx, and kn with kubenes. So okay, and I can check kx, sorry, not cube, kx, to check the context. So this is for our cluster with our dedicated user. We already saw how it works for the context. And we are in our default cluster, and after that we can check in which namespace we are. We are in the default namespace, but you can switch in the cube system namespace, for example, like here. And when we switch, we can see that we have the default for the context and the cube system for the namespace. This is really, really useful to don't break anything in your production, for example. And in the final step, I invite you to discover the K9s tool. This is really interesting. You can install it with the deb package, because we are on a Debian operating system distribution, and after that we want to install the Debian package and to remove the K9s .deb just after the install. So let's go. That takes few seconds. Okay. Yes, of course, I need to do it with sudo. Where is the sudo? Here. Okay, let's go again. Okay, the installation, and it's okay. And now we can use it. For example, K9s here, and we are into the K9s TUI. Pretty and cool interface. And now we can see each pod. We are in the cube system, but if you want, you can switch to whole, for example, like here. And if you want, you can describe a pod like here with the D key, or if you want, you can edit with he, like here. You can set what you want, and you can switch. For example, you can check if we have some secrets with colon, like here, secret. No secrets, okay. And we can check if we have some config map with a colon config map, or cm here with alias. Okay, we have some config maps, and we can check, for example, the config map about core DNS, like here. And we can, of course, if you want, you can edit it with e, etc. That's it for today. I hope you appreciate this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and comment this video, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.